All right. Charlie Bartlett, man.
Charlie Bartlett.
Yeah. For all you nerds out there, you want to be cool in school, just sell drugs.
Well, that worked for me.
Oh, it did?
Well, I'm
not the cool part. He sold drugs, but he never got cool.
Hey, I wasn't always a overweight D&D playing Babylon 5 watching geek.
You sold aspirin at school?
I was just high when I was doing it.
Some Pepto-Bismol.
Hey, man, it was Robitussin DM. Come on.
You got heartburn? I got that.
Yeah, you drink a whole bottle of that Robitussin. It's like, they call it moon juice. It's supposed to give you flashbacks.
Yeah, you see Cyrus, I got that tussin for you. Anyway, you got heartburn, I got baking soda right here. You got that baking soda.
Call it, hey, man, you want a Robo? The guy who came with it was the Robo Cop.
See, I knew y'all were going down a bad road with this.
Wait a minute.
Ricola.
That wasn't me. That was him. Shit. Anyway, go on, man.
All right. So Charlie Wilson's War. How'd this go?
Charlie Bartlett's War.
The Charlie Parker story. How is it?
You know something? I watched this movie, and there's a few things about high school movies that bug the shit out of me.
Let me know.
Okay, one of them is that you got a school where in these kind of movies, you don't see the faculty anywhere. It's one person running the whole school. In this case, it's Robert Downey Jr., who's good in the movie, but has no control over this school. And it's like, well, maybe if you fucking had some teachers in here, you were the only one.
It's like, not only is he the principal, but apparently the only teacher, pretty much.
Exactly. You go to the hallway, there's nobody. There's anarchy because there's no one at this school. I mean, goddamn, Iron Man can't control the school.
Yeah, forget about it.
You need some other people in there. And the other thing that bothers me, now, I don't know what it was like when you went to high school, but the kids in this school, they're getting up and like, sir, this is bullshit. And we couldn't even say bull corn in school, without somebody getting mad at us. So I don't know what kind of school this was that Charlie Bartlett went to, but needless to say, it's very unrealistic.
Well, come on. When we went to school, it wasn't nobody getting blowjobs in homeroom, okay? And you can't open a newspaper without hearing about some kid getting busted for getting head. It's not sex. What is that?
Well, you can't go to high school these days without some kid like having sex with his teacher.
Yeah, or shooting somebody, or going places with metal detectors. It wasn't like that when we were kids.
Damn, you kids got it good these days.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that is an interesting trade-off. It's like, yeah, you might get a blowjob from your teacher, but you also might get shot.
Yeah, we didn't have to worry about getting shot. I mean, you might get a box cutter wound in your leg or something if somebody was really psycho, but that's about as much as you were gonna get.
But think about it. I mean, you hear about all the teens having sex now, and it makes you jealous. But you got to look at what they pay to get that.
Let me tell you something. I will be willing to take a bullet for a piece of ass anytime, whether in high school or not.
And it'll probably be the same guy who does both.
Why'd I leave that shit? Think, Corey. Think. Wisdom.
I was gonna say, how many times have you almost taken a bullet for some ass trying to climb out the bedroom window when the guy's coming home?
That's why I wear bulletproof drawers when I go to somebody's house now. But anyway, so Charlie Bartlett goes to, it's not exactly a ghetto rough school.
No, it's not. It's a public school. I mean, he used to go to a private school, and he got kicked out of private school.
Yeah. Why did he get kicked out?
I can't even remember. Why did he did something stupid. I can't remember.
I mean, look at him. He got kicked out for just being a goddamn dork. I mean,
yeah, he's a dork, but he's so desperate to be liked.
We have a 3 dork rule, and you're 1 dork too many.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. It was strike 3 on the dork rules. But
you were sliding into Nerdville for a while, but now you slipped over to being a dork.
And he is a big dork, and he just wants to be popular. And he ain't stupid, so he usually figures out a way to do it. And guess what? This is high school, so usually it involves doing something he's not supposed to be doing. I mean, how else is the best way to get liked and popular is to break the rules, which is what he does. He gets kicked out of that school, comes to this new school, and right off the bat, people are beating him up, and he's like, well, this won't stand. So he figures out this whole plot, like, hey, I've got this rich, screwed up mom, and she's on lots of psychoactive drugs, and I've got to go see a therapist, and he gives me Ritalin, and I don't like the way it makes it feel, but there's some messed up kids in this school.
Yep.
I got a plan.
Yes, so he becomes a drug dealer, but not selling the drugs, that on the streets. He's selling prescription drugs. And on top of that, not only is he selling prescription drugs, but he's offering psychiatric advice. So, it's kind of like when Charlie Brown sits down with Lucy. He's in the bathroom talking, and he's giving advice. And then when he's done, he's like, something, I think you need to be on Prozac. That'll be $60 and take 2 of these. So he's actually a drug dealer that cares.
Yeah.
You don't get that kind of counseling with your street drug dealer.
Hell, you don't get that kind of counseling with your HMO doctor.
it turns into a super popular, of course, because he's selling drugs for next to nothing, and everybody's best friend, so they love him. The cheerleader's like, "Hi, Charlie!"
Oh,
and
yeah.
everybody loves him, and it turns into basically a Ferris Bueller's Day Off type movie, which is weird and kind of awkward when you think, Ferris Bueller's, he is the cool guy. I mean, yeah, he breaks the rules, but, he kind of skates around him, right? He's cool. We all like him. We all admire him. And the dude is dealing illicit drugs to high school kids. I mean, he's giving them lithium and shit, right?
Yeah.
And that makes him popular. It's just a whole different, edge to that. He's a Ferris Bueller for today.
See, back in my day, you had to be cool, old school. You had to actually be cool. You
had
couldn't
to
just
kill
buy
someone?
your way. What?
He said you had to kill somebody.
Kill somebody. Well, that never hurt, but
Were you a shark or a jet?
No, back in his day, it'd be cool. You had to make sure that your mule was all tricked up.
Mule, more like Velociraptor.
More that
hey, that's about enough of that.
you had your overalls nice. Your straw hat was all cocked to the side. Look at these rims on my mule's feet. But no, I'm fucking with you, man. But anyway,
Oh, are you? I wasn't sure.
Mule rims.
I thought you were strumming my pain with your fingers.
anyway, Charlie Bartlett, boy, let me tell you. Now this movie, I will admit, I was sitting up there rolling my eyes in some part, and I was rolling my eyes in some parts, and then in some other parts, I was like, you know something? I like that Charlie Bartlett. And the movie kind of was, it was endearing in some parts. It was kind of fun. It's entertaining. On a very light level, it's entertaining.
Yeah, it's a pop fantasy, a pop high school fantasy, and it wants to have some depth, and that's kind of what hurts it in a lot of ways. Because if it was just a pop high school fantasy, like Mean Girls or something, like it wasn't really trying to say anything, you could deal with the things like there only being one teacher in the school and stuff. You wouldn't even notice them.
Mm-hmm.
This movie tries to give its characters like depth and flaws and stuff like that, and it makes all those other things that are so blatantly implausible just stand out. And that's unfortunate because there is a good movie here.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, the problem with this movie is that we've seen that theme of like you said, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I mean, and there's been other movies like that.
People gonna go to this wanting to see Superbad. Is it like Superbad?
No. That's what I'm saying. This plays on that theme of the guy who becomes the high school hero. Yeah. And the reason why he's the high school hero is because it comes down to one message. You're not listening to the kids, man.
Oh, not that message again.
Of course it is.
Hey, you know what? I listen to kids all the time. They ain't got shit to say. Most kids are stupid.
But this actually goes to that too, where Charlie at one point admits there's a confrontation with Robert Downey Jr.'s character, who is in the movie not very well recovering alcoholic, which of course is one of the highlights of the film. I mean, talk about a guy who's getting typecast lately.
No kidding.
I know.
But he's talking to him and he's yelling. He's like, "What is it, Charlie? What do you come here to heal me like everyone else? You want to tell me something? I'm listening." And Charlie says, "Man, I'm just a kid. I don't know what the hell I'm doing."
Yeah.
And in some ways, that really does kind of heal that silliness you see in a lot of these scripts. Because it admits, like, yeah, I am just a kid. But then, of course, he proceeds to tell him exactly how to heal his life and make it all better.
Hey, you want to talk? Put down the bottle. Shut the fuck up.
I know. How old are you? What do you know about a bottle?
Exactly.
Except one that has a nipple on it.
Yeah, how about you'll know about when I finish this bottle and crack it across your fucking head, you little smart ass you. But the thing is that, I noticed, I listened the other day to one of the reviews that we were doing, and I say the thing is a lot. I'm going to pull back on that.
I've been editing them out, actually.
Yeah, I know. I listened to that one day. I was like a rapper. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You know what the thing is, man? You know what I'm saying? I was like,
has one of the members not pointed out? Because they're usually the first ones that tell us, like, you do this a lot. And I'm like, oh, thank you.
Leon's is "and well." He does that.
Do I?
Yeah, you go "and well," and it's when you're thinking and trying to go to the next thought. That's like you say.
And for some reason, you say cock a lot.
It's just so hard to miss.
It's always on his mind.
I know. I was like, what the hell? Again?
Cock.
But anyway, I'm going to try and stop saying that so much. So,
Cock.
Damn, I'm stuck now. Yeah. Go get out your system.
And
this
well-
is, no, wait, I lost track now. Without being able to say those words, I'm like, shit. Oh, that's what I was going to say. This movie, the problem with it is that with that theme, it's a type of movie that doesn't push itself far enough to be a true satire of high school. It has an after school themed special.
Yeah.
And are to the most a PG-13 type movie, but because these kids are doing drugs and selling drugs, they can't be that tame. They need to be more satirical. They need to push it a little bit further, and they don't. And that's the problem that I have with the movie. Robert Downey Jr. I thought was very good in the movie, like he always is.
Yeah.
And that kid who played Charlie Bartlett, what's his name?
Anton Yelchin, I think.
He's gonna be Chekhov.
He's going to be Chekhov. Yeah.
Yeah, that kid is talented. I don't know. He might be 25.
He's the kid that got killed in what's that movie?
Alpha Dog.
He actually was 17 when he made this movie.
He was.
Yeah, he is actually the right age.
Man, that is a brilliant kid. He's very talented. I see great things.
Doesn't he have a weird voice that talks like this?
Well, he's
yeah.
17. They all do. Come on.
Yeah, he'll.
Oh, I mean, he would have thought his balls dropped by now.
Everybody but the Chocolate Rain kid, pretty much.
Oh, that guy's like 25 or something. But this kid, man,
Charlie Bartlett.
Charlie Bartlett, your balls have been dropped onto the floor. Give him to 18, man, and he'll be fine. Now, Charlie, if your voice, if whatever that kid's name is, if your balls ain't dropped by 18, then yeah, you're gonna get made fun of.
I love that. No, by the time his kid's 18, he's going to be a big success. Right now, he's giving blowjobs in the back of a mini mart. Somebody's listening to this on their iPhone. He's going, really?
Hey, man, that's how you get started. Let's talk about how Spill began, Corey. How did you first start getting your interviews?
Hey, man, you got to do something. Will Ferrell tastes all right to me, if you ask me. No, but the funny thing about the movie is, okay, you got the guy who plays Charlie Bartlett, who looks like he's 17. You got the bully in this movie who looks like he's fucking 35 years old.
And he is actually a lot older, I think.
Oh,
I was looking at his profile online. I was like, oh, dude, that guy's like ancient.
Yeah, that dude's like 40-something years old trying to play a bully.
Like a Jack Nicholson size list.
Yeah.
Hey, man, back in my day, all the high school kids looked like they were 35 years old. You ever watch Welcome Back, Kotter with goddamn John Travolta? Supposed to be a 30-year-old high school student.
My Bodyguard, you remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
Freaking Adam Baldwin?
Yeah.
Wasn't he the bully in there? Or
Yeah, but
the Bodyguard?
he wasn't a high school student, though.
Oh, well, I thought he still was. But
No,
regardless,
no.
if so, he's supposed to be just barely over, and he looks like he's 35.
But no, they got this kid who is like 9 feet tall and obviously 35 years old, and they just cut a mohawk on him and put him in a leather jacket.
Fine.
That says high school, be tough. So yeah, this movie is it's just too unrealistic in some parts and not satirical enough to cover up for that lack of reality. So I'm going to give it a low, I'm going to give it a rental.
See, this for me is definitely a matinee, and a high one, actually, not just because I interviewed the director.
Oh, here we go.
Who was a very nice guy.
And a lot of fun. He played along, so to speak.
Yeah, he did. You know what? I got a letter from them today saying that he really appreciated that interview.
Oh, okay,
you know what?
cool.
The hell with it. I'm gonna give it a matinee too. That guy was
based
nice.
on that.
That guy was nice.
It was.
You know what? Don't y'all ever say nothing to Carlisle ever again about that.
No, but the way he does it is kind of like
Nuh-uh.
no, because we ain't sitting up here talking about. Hey, man, I talked to my buddy today, the director of Charlie
I don't
Bartlett.
know this guy. I interviewed him once.
Yeah, we ain't claiming to be like-
call him my friend or
Right,
expect him to
but
remember
he charmed
me.
you into giving better reviews to his movie.
No, because I already would have given it. I even wrote down I was going to.
Corey just said, I'm going to give it rental. Okay. Oh, wait, I remember meeting that guy. You know what? I'm going to give it matinee.
Okay, that's
Tell
cool.
me that's not on tape.
No, it is on tape, but like I said, it ain't kissing ass. I really do think the guy was a very decent guy, and I mean, it was straddling between matinee and rental anyway. It was gonna either be a low matinee or high rental for me. So
This is a high matinee for me because I have the same problems with it you did. I just thought that the things about it that did worked so well that it carried me through those awkward moments, like the point when there's a high school party that they throw and it's like the coolest place ever. I mean,
And where did they get that money?
Amazing place, and you're like, where the hell is this? And it's just out of nowhere. I'm throwing a party, and then bang, and it's just kick ass. Like it looks like a movie theater they've converted into this awesome party place.
They got
It's
a band
in the
there and
balcony.
everything.
There's like a convertible car that's on the balcony for people to have like as a makeout zone. I mean, where is this? I
Yeah.
can see it if they were still going to private school, maybe. But all right, anyway, despite some silly stuff like that, it is a lot of fun. I wish they had just found the balance between realism and pop fantasy because it could have been so much better. But overall, I think younger kids, like high school level kids, will really like this.
No,
They'll
I
get
would-
something out of it.
I was entertained, like I said. So there you go. There you go. Anything you want to say, Grandpa? No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm joking, man.
He doesn't even remember high
I
school.
know. Look at he's mad as hell.
He doesn't know where he is.
Yeah, you all right, man? You tired, boy? You all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Get him his Jello bowl.